name is Julia Bush, and this is my lab draft for Lab 1. And as an introduction, the goal of this lab was to introduce the concept of using household items like Scotch tape in a physics lab context. And some of the concepts we explore in this lab include electric charges and electric forces. And as an overall summary of this lab, I observed the charge of Scotch tape and how an electrically charged object like this tape interacts with other charged objects, as well as how it interacts with neutral objects. I found the tape to be positively charged, and I calculated the charge given its interaction between another piece of positively charged tape. And I observed the net zero Y force on a piece of tape floating above a piece of tape with a similar charge. So I observed in this lab that two charged U-tapes repel each other, and the U-tapes are attracted to neutrally charged objects. I also observed that if a U-tape is positively charged or neutral, it should attract a plastic pen that's negatively charged on a piece of fabric, and if the tape is negatively charged, it should repel the pen. So since I observed the tape to attract the plastic pen, I concluded that it was positively charged. So some measurements made in this lab were that one piece of tape was 8 inches long, so that means the mass should be approximately 0.2 grams. And the tapes began to float on top of one another when they were about 0.51 meters apart. And so I found from the mass that the gravitational force on one piece of tape should be 0.00196 newtons, and the magnitude of the electric force on that piece of tape should be the same force as gravity but in the opposite direction, and that's because of the net zero Y force. And after calculating the charge, I found that the tape had a efficiency of 1.5 times 10 to the 11th electrons, and I found that using the formula in the top right corner, that force is equal to the constant times the charge acting on it times its own charge over distance squared. So after that, I used the mass and the length to find that there should be about 2 times 10 to the 17th atoms on the surface of the tape. And so given this, I concluded that the ratio of electrons should be 9.99 times 10 to the 16th over 2 times 10 to the 17th, which is approximately 0.49, which reflects the deficiency of electrons because it's a little less than half. So for the coding for this lab, I created 2 spheres to represent the 2-point charges of the 2 tapes. The green one representing the one floating on top of the other piece of tape, which is represented by the blue sphere. So on the top piece of tape, I created 2 arrows to represent the 2 charges acting on it in the Y direction, which were gravity pointing downwards, and then the electric force pointing upwards, which should be the same magnitude in the opposite direction. And here's a picture of what my code looks like. And so as a conclusion of this lab, in this lab I found the piece of charged tape to have a deficiency of electron, causing it to have a positive charge. This led it to repel a similarly positively charged tape and attract neutral and negative objects like the pen charged on the piece of fabric. And in this lab, I assumed that the height of the tape didn't matter. I only used the width and the length to calculate the mass and things like that. And I also assumed that we can treat the pieces of tape as point charges. And it was important to touch the tape as little as possible in this lab to avoid electrons from my hand being transferred to the tape and then changing its charge and changing the results. So to answer a question asked in the lab page, if the charge of electrons and protons were reversed, so electrons were positive and protons were negative, the lower number of electrons would cause the tape to be overall negatively charged, which would have changed the results. And overall, this lab succeeded in displaying real-world examples of electric charges, forces, and fields, and gave us the opportunity to calculate these forces in a scientific way in a household setting. So that's all I have for this presentation. Thanks.